It's the Jack and Nick Horror Show.
Hello, Nick.
Hey, excited for this show, are we?
Yes, we are. Hi, everybody. This is Jack, and that's Nick.
Hey, so let's talk about how this show's going to be different from normal.
Correct. We are. Well, we're talking right now. We're giving you a little intro. We are going to give you a movie of the week, which is what is it this week, Nick?
The sci-fi horror comedy with a question mark at the end, Lady Terminator from 1988 or 89, or I don't know. It says
It's
88
all those years.
Yes, all those years. Probably 90. Why not? And also before that, the mega piece of crap that we have been working on since the beginning of this show is about to come out right now.
That's right. It is.
Oh, yeah. We'll tell the people. All right.
Should we give them the name of it?
The name?
Yeah, we've been working on his name for weeks.
Right.
Weeks.
It's very complex.
All right. It is the Jack and Nick Horror Game Show.
Yo, so we actually have listeners who are going to be the contestants. Me and Jack are going to run the show. Jack's going to be Pat Sajak. I'm going to be Vanna White. I'll wear my finest evening gown. Let's go.
Yes.
Let's do the game show first.
Let's do the game show first.
It's the Jack and Nick Horror Game Show. Allow me to hit the switch and get ready to bitch.
Hello, welcome to the Jack and Nick Horror Game Show. I am Nick.
No, you know. I'm Nick.
We're going to do a role reversal. No, I am Jack. And that is?
Nick.
Hi, and what we are going to do today is we are going to have 3 contestants who listen to the Jack and Nick Horror Show.
Right,
Join
so
us.
You're wondering how many people listen to this show? The answer is at least 3.
At least 3 people. 3 people, yes. We are going to ask them a whole bunch of questions. I have a Jack round, Nick has a Nick round, and there might be a possibility of a lightning round if there is, in fact, a tie. So, we're going to get to know our contestants first. We're going to start in alphabetical order. Normally we go ladies first, but we'll go KC Chamberlain first. KC.
I'm not sure how to take that, but all right, let's just go with that.
Well, we're not calling you a lady, and if we were, that would be a compliment. But so KC, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
I am KC Chamberlain from South Jersey. I am a screenwriter, filmmaker. Currently developing a web series called Herrings. I used to run a screenwriting group, but I got tired of that shit. I love horror films. Also a former Side Effect guest host.
Which was one of our old shows, yeah.
Yeah, one of your old shows. Not for any of the movies that I actually liked, but for the shit ones, like Man of Steel.
Oh, and, yeah.
Iron Man, you know. Other than that, you know, I'm an Aquarius. I like long walks on the beach. I finger painting, and
I was hoping you were going to say that. Go on.
A good beer and a dirty woman. And you heard me right. Good beer and a dirty woman. Not a dirty beer and a good woman, but a dirty beer.
Oh.
No, I fucked up. A good beer, and yeah, I've already had 2 before we started this shit. So,
right, I would call them your excuses if you lose.
Okay, I'm actually going to do that. Thank you.
KC, one question we wanted to ask you is, what is your favorite horror subgenre?
The hell is that?
Subgenre?
A subgenre, like you could have
Sub-
a slasher, or you could have a ghost movie, or
Zombies, vampires.
zombies, vampires.
Oh, this is perfect. This is for Nick. My subgenre, werewolves.
Fuck.
To the listeners out there that might not know, Nick is not a fan of werewolf movies.
I have questions about a werewolf movie.
Actually, werewolves and UFO movies.
Oof. People who don't listen a whole lot, I fear gray aliens. I've been having a lot of trouble with gray aliens this week, but that's a long story.
Now, KC, your buzzword for the game is going to be
Taint.
taint. Okay, so whenever you hear...
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead, Nick, sorry.
Oh, well, no, I was going to say, whenever we ask a question, he's going, if he thinks he knows the answer, instead of pushing a button and going, bzzz, we don't have that here. He's going to say his word really loud. Hopefully first, if he wants to win.
Speaking of loud words, Shannon. I don't know where it came from. Shannon is our next guest. Hello, Shannon.
Hello.
Now, Shannon, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where you're from, what you do, how many times you have picked your nose today, things like that.
At least 7.
Okay.
I'm in North Jersey. I'm in corporate tax, and I'm super excited to be involved in the podcast.
Excellent. What type of horror genre do you like, or subgenre?
I like zombies a lot.
Okay, so we got a zombie girl and we got a werewolf dude. Fantastic. Shannon, do you have anything else you would like to tell us about yourself?
No, that's it.
No? You don't like dirty women or beers or anything like that? No? Okay.
I enjoy beer, and I like women. They can be dirty or not. It doesn't matter.
Cool. Your buzzword is going to be...
Zip.
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 As in zip.
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 Yep.
And then we have, last and certainly not least, we have Tor from Australia. Correct, sir?
Yes, correct.
Hello, Tor. Tell everybody about yourself.
I'm Tor from Australia. I'm a musician. I play in a couple of bands. I also work nights in a supermarket to actually make money. And I love horror movies ever since I was a kid. It's great to be on your show.
Thank you very much for joining us. Now, Tor, what is your favorite subgenre of horror?
I'd probably have to say slashers. I like old slashers. I like early 80s slashers.
It's my favorite, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody. I have no, I'm kidding.
What time is it over there? Hang on.
It is 1 p.m.
1
on
p.m.
Monday morning. Yeah, Monday afternoon.
The future.
I am in the future, yes.
We're in the future. So what happens? Who wins the game tonight, Tor?
I'm not sure.
Thanks a lot for telling us, man. That's not fair.
I can't tell you, man. It'd ruin it.
I know.
Hey,
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yes, KC.
Tor, he says he's from Australia?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've always wanted to say this to somebody from Australia. A dingo ate my baby.
No, he did. No.
He did not just say that.
Yes.
Tor,
I've
we
heard that.
apologize. Now, Tor, your buzzword has a lot to do with what KC just said. So, when somebody says that, what's going to be your buzzword?
Bam.
I mean, so bam, as in bam bam, or
Yeah, something like that.
yeah. All right, cool. So, again, what we're going to do is we are going to have a Jack round and then a Nick round. What the Jack round consists of is 10 questions. Nick, how many questions do you have prepared for our lovely
I have
contestants?
10 questions as well.
So it's going to be a 20-question game show. After the 20 questions, we're going to total up everybody's score, and then if there is a tie, we're going to have a lightning round. The lightning round is going to be a surprise. I'm not going to mention it if there is no lightning round. So,
Jack, wait.
No.
Did you tell everybody what the prize is?
Oh, god damn. I didn't tell you what the stakes are for. Okay.
There's a literal physical prize?
There is a literal physical prize.
It's a fucking dingo! No.
It is.
Dude, that would be awesome.
It would be.
That would be the coolest thing ever.
When I was a kid, my friend had a dingo for a pet. No
Did
shit.
you really?
Yeah, it was just like a cool dog.
We can supply dingoes. They sell them at PetSmart, but they're kind of expensive.
I'm gonna get a dingo and I'm gonna name him Balls. No, I'm gonna name him Chomper. No, I'm gonna name him Chomper. So then, when a little kid jumps over the fence, I can say, "Chomper, sick balls."
So the prize for tonight, well, besides bragging rights, and the champion of the show is invited to join us again when we do the Jack and Nick Horror Game Show. The physical prize that will be sent is a beautiful DVD provided by Vinegar Syndrome without their authority from a movie called Night of the Strangler. Now, I'll give you the plot synopsis of this movie. Interracial baby makers versus insanely racist strangle ragers in the Southern Fried Whodunit heat wave. Everyone's second favorite monkey, Mickey Dolenz, stars in Louisiana's premier bloodletting blowout. Guns, knives, drowning, venomous snakes, absolutely zero strangling. It's a sweat-soaked sleazoid sleigh ride through the segregated 70s slaughter. That's the movie that you're going to score tonight if you do win this game show. Are you people excited about this?
I'm excited about this.
Super excited about it.
I
would rather get Jack and Diane if it really comes.
We'll work on that
It is
for
a
you.
werewolf movie.
It is. Oh man, this is gonna be tough. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the first question now. Are you guys ready for round one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I do not have sound effects, but we'll make some.
But don't buzz in until Jack or I says the whole question, and we'll get to that little question mark at the end. Then you buzz in.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. So we have KC with Taint, Shannon with Zip, Tor with Ban. Here we go. Question 1. The Craft had 2 stars from the movie Scream. Name those 2 stars.
Zip.
Bad.
I got a Zip. Shannon.
Naomi Campbell. And I don't know. I don't know.
Loser!
I know.
Bad.
God damn it.
Taint?
Taint. Tor, did you buzz in or no?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
couldn't
I
hear.
did.
Okay. Sorry, Casey. He did.
No, that's cool.
All right. Tor, what do you got?
Is it Nev Campbell and Skeet Ulrich?
That's correct. Nev Campbell and Skeet Ulrich. All right. Here we go with number 2. All right. William Castle produced one of the following: The Exorcist, Rosemary's Baby, Beyond the Door.
Taint.
Taint,
Rosemary's Baby.
you are correct. 1 for KC. Everybody clap, please. All right. Number 3 question has a number 2 in it. Cabin Fever 2 was quote-unquote directed by...
Taint.
I heard Taint first.
It wasn't Joe Lynch, was it?
No.
Bad.
Tor.
Is it Ty West?
It is Ty West. You are correct.
Oh, fuck that guy. Not you, Tor. Ty West. Ah, fucking Ty. Okay.
All right, number 4 question. The Haunting of Hamilton High was the original title to this sequel. it was given the sequel's name to sell it? That's a franchise. There have been 4 of these movies.
Taint.
Taint, what do you got?
Prom Night.
You are correct. That would be Prom Night 2. Hello, Mary Lou, Prom Night 2. So far on the board, we have KC with 2, Tor with 2, Shannon with 0. All right. Number 5. Question. The Horror Show was a sequel to this franchise, but was changed in the States to The Horror Show. Name that franchise.
Taint.
Taint. KC.
House.
House. You are correct. All right, number 6. Let's see. This is a musical question. Finish this lyric from Repo. Zydrate, yeah. Zydrate comes in.
Taint.
Taint, what do you got?
Taint.
Well, go ahead, Casey.
Fuck you, Jack.
Nobody likes Repo.
I know, that's the good
I haven't
question.
seen
That's why
Repo.
there's a question. All right, so nobody answered that. The answer we were looking for is a little glass vial. A little glass vial. Number 7. The music video for Dancing With Myself by Billy Idol was directed by which horror director?
Bam?
Bam, what do you got?
John Carpenter?
No. Good guess, though.
Taint.
Taint, what do you got?
Joe Dante.
No. Shannon, you want to steal it from Tor and KC?
I haven't the vaguest inkling.
All right. That would be the gentleman who directed Texas Chainsaw Massacre, one Tobe Hooper.
Wow.
Tobe
I would have
Hooper.
taken that blind guess and gotten it right. I had no idea. I feel like I should be playing because I have no idea what the answers are.
The questions, the questions make it easier as when that comes. Who knows? They might be difficult too.
I think I might have only written ones that were easy.
All right, this one is somebody's going to get this one right regardless because it's a yes or no question. So, number 8 question: were any of the Slumber Party Massacre movies directed by a man?
Bam.
Zip.
Taint.
I heard Bam first.
Yes. Oh,
Zip.
Zip.
No.
Shannon, which
Shit.
one?
Yay! I'm on the board.
You are on the board. All the Slumber Party Massacre movies were, in fact, directed by women.
I was thinking Sleepaway Camp. I don't know why it just slipped into my mind.
It's the SL. It's okay, man. It
yeah.
happens. I've actually made that mistake once before with Sleepaway Camp 2. I meant to mention, or say Slumber Party Massacre 2, but... All right. This one might be tough, but we're going to find out. Number 9. Name Gary Busey's character in Silver Bullet. Werewolves.
Oh, and I had the fucking book.
Mm.
Damn.
Time is up. It is Uncle Red. Uncle Red. I would have taken Red or Uncle Red. All right, this is my final question, number 10. Hey Man, Nice Shot by Filter was the opening song in this 1995 movie. I'll give you a hint. It has people in it.
Bam.
Bam, what do you got, Tor?
Was it I Know What You Did Last Summer?
It was not. That was Summer Breeze by... Who was it? Nick. Summer Breeze.
Typo?
Typo negative, yes. Time is up. That would be Tales from the Crypt presents Demon Knight.
I wouldn't have gotten that.
Demon Knight.
Yeah.
I would have guessed every other movie from the mid-90s.
That was just a few of the questions I had to ask, such as Repo and Cabin Fever 2 and Hey Man, Nice Shot, was to go against what Nick says. All of my questions are from 1989 and before.
Right.
I had to enforce 1995 movie. So,
Right, I wouldn't have gotten any.
right.
I think I would have gotten 3 points on your round if I had answered first.
Well, speaking of 3 points, after my round, KC has 3, Tour has 2, Shannon 1.
Yay, I'm on the board.
You are on the board. That's what matters.
Word.
Okay.
Nick,
So, yes, I assumed that Jack would be really hard with his questions because he always asks questions that I don't know the answer to on our previous podcasts. But now it's time for the Nick round. Do I get music?
sure.
Yeah? Oh, I just asked that randomly. I didn't know that could happen. Okay, and it's time for the Nick round. We got 10 questions. Here's something I did as a favor to you three. All of these questions are about movies that have come out within the past 16 years. So all this century.
See,
sort of.
that's what I did earlier first.
Exactly.
Yes.
Here we are in the future. So, my first question will be this. Everybody get ready. Prepare your butts.
I'm preparing.
You are not in this game.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to mute.
So, last year, there was this amazing horror mockumentary, What We Do in the Shadows. I loved it. You should go see it. It's going to be getting a sequel soon. The title of which was just announced the other day. What is it?
Zip.
Oh, man, Zip.
It's we're werewolves. Ah.
Oh, my God, you were so close. You were so close. I don't know if it can count or not. I have judges.
Werewolves.
Have judges.
Taint.
Oh, I got taint.
We were werewolves.
What?
We were werewolves.
Wrong. Wrong too. We're so close.
Bam.
I got nothing there.
Okay. Jack, so does anybody get a point? Do you know the titles?
I know the title. I'm not going to take points, though.
You're not. All right, nobody gets points. Jack says no. The actual title is We're Wolves.
Ah.
Apostrophe R-E, wolves. Sorry, everybody. All right, we were close on that one. See, we're getting closer to an actual answer. Here comes maybe here we go. Last year was the year 2015. What was the highest grossing horror movie last year?
Bam.
I guarantee that you're going to get this wrong. Go ahead, Bam.
Taint.
It Follows.
Wrong. Totally wrong. That was the
yeah.
highest grossing of the year. KC, what you got?
Insidious 3.
Wrong, but that's exactly what I would have said because it seems
Zip.
most likely. Shannon.
Oh my God. Never mind.
Okay, so this is very surprising, and it also is only marginally a horror movie. It's totally a horror family horror, whatever you want to call it. Goosebumps. Goosebumps, the highest grossing
Goosebumps.
horror.
No, that doesn't count.
Oh, hey, you know what, man? That movie only just came out here, so I didn't think of that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I will specify whether it's American or worldwide next.
That rule is under Section 5, Paragraph 3, which is tough titty. Tough titty.
Okay, so this one is also about box office gross. This one is worldwide box office gross. What is the highest grossing horror movie of the decade so far?
Taint.
What is it?
Paranormal Activity.
Wrong, but that's exactly the answer my wife gave when she was wrong.
Zip.
Shannon.
Sinister.
Wrong.
Oh.
Bam.
What is it?
The Conjuring.
Wrong, but that is actually a really good guess and probably the answer I would have given. Here's the actual answer, which will make us all really sad if you've seen the movie. World War Z.
Oh, fuck that movie.
Oh, it was a good.
That movie made tons of money.
Uh,
Tons.
I just want to say, for the record, Nick, what question are you on?
Oh, that was question 3 of this round.
Okay. So far, the score is still 3. KC, Tour 2, Shannon 1.
All right. This one, I think, I'm going to guess this will be the first answer this round that somebody gets, okay?
Okay.
Speaking of World War Z, everybody knows that the book has nothing to do with the movie. The author of that book, Max Brooks, has a famous father who directed a handful of horror comedies. Who is it?
Taint.
KC.
Mel Brooks.
Oh my God! Give that man a point!
He's got a point.
Damn!
No, really, he's got a point.
Little bitches.
Oh, you got a point. I feel so good now that somebody got a point. Okay.
I've gotten a point for the first question on What We Do in the Shadows sequel.
See, all of these are like things that you could almost kind of get, right?
No.
Here's one I don't think anybody's going to get. Maybe somebody will get it just because of the hints I've laid out in the question, so listen carefully. When The Passion of the Christ debuted in 2004, it was on top of the American box office for 4 weeks until this zombie remake knocked it from the top spot. What was it?
Zip.
Taint.
Zip first.
Dawn of the Dead.
She gets a point.
Boom.
Yeah, motherfucker.
The total right now, KC has 4. Shannon has 2. Tour has 2.
Okay. We got 5 questions left, so this is really, you could win this, anybody.
Anybody can win this, yes.
This is another one that I think nobody's going to get, but it's kind of tricky, but maybe you can get it if you think about it a little, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The last horror movie that actually won an Academy Award was this 2007 horror musical.
Zip.
What was it?
Sweeney Todd.
Give her a point.
Wow! 3.
For you. Coming for you.
It won for art direction. Now this one is worldwide gross, worldwide box office, okay? When you factor in worldwide box office, what is the highest grossing horror franchise of all time?
Taint.
KC. What
Saw.
happened? No, but that is actually the answer I would have given, and I believe it is the highest grossing in America only, but when you factor in foreign markets, another one is on top.
Zip.
What is it?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Completely wrong.
Ah.
Damn.
What you got?
Friday the 13th?
No. When you factor in the 4 movies in the original Alien, with the 2 Alien versus Predator movies, along with Prometheus, which has made a ton of money worldwide, Alien is the answer.
Oh.
Sci-fi.
So,
You suck.
we're getting closer here. Now this one is going to be TV horror related, all right? So everybody get ready for that. The star of the original Nightmare on Elm Street horror icon, Heather Langenkamp, had a cameo in which season of American Horror Story?
Zip.
What is it?
2.
No.
All right.
Bam.
What is it?
Season 5.
What was season 5? I don't know.
The one
I
I
haven't-
didn't watch.
What's the name of the season?
Hotel.
No.
Taint.
What is it?
First one?
No.
Damn it.
Damn. It was Freak Show.
Oh my
Really?
god.
I don't remember that.
Nobody really watched it.
He was only in for like one. It was a cameo, so it was like one. Anyway, yeah. Robert Rodriguez, famous director, right? He made horror classics like Dusk Till Dawn and Planet Terror. Recently, he started his own TV channel on satellite and Dish Network only, which is named after one of his film's characters. What is the name of the network?
Taint.
What is it?
Elvez.
Oh, close, but wrong.
Oh, you motherfucker. I just realized it's fucking shit.
Nothing? Nobody's got anything?
I got
No.
nothing.
No.
El Rey.
What is it?
El Rey, the El Rey Network, and El Rey is a character in Planet Terror.
Played by Freddie Rodriguez.
Yes. I expected only wrestling fans to get that because there's just wrestling on that network, and that's the only thing that anybody seems to care about. Anyway, this is my final question of the night, so get it.
So,
I have no idea. No, I mean, for dramatic effect, let's not go over the scores until it's set. Because I think mathematically, we already know what's happened here. So. In the last 4 years, there have been multiple movies that featured portrayals of Alfred Hitchcock. What was the name of the one that starred Anthony Hopkins?
Tank.
What is it?
Hitchcock?
Yes, that one was kind of a trick question.
KC,
Yo.
you have won.
Yeah!
We have a winner.
The beer didn't even stop him.
We got 5 for KC, Shannon with 3, Tor with 2. I'm sorry, Tor and Shannon, we don't have any door prizes for you.
I'm happy I did as well as I did. I'm shocked I did as well as I did, and he totally steamrolled us. It's like he got the questions in advance.
Now
I
he's the
started out
champion.
strong. Yeah.
The first champion of the Jack and Nick Horror Game Show.
All right.
Congratulations, KC. Do you have any parting thoughts that you would like to give us?
Yes. In the words of Donald Trump, you're all losers.
Oh.
Oh, that's the first time
And
Donald
this
Trump
win
said
was
it.
huge.
Well, thank you all for playing today.
Yes,
if
thank
you
you
out
very
there want to be interacting with us on our podcast, what you have to be doing is either following us on Twitter at Jack and Nick Horror Show or on Facebook. Just look us up, Jack and Nick Horror Show, because that's where you're going to be commenting on the links that we send you about stuff like this. So don't miss out next time.
Yes. Thank you, Tor. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, KC, for joining us tonight. I hope you guys had a good time.
I did. It was a lot of fun.
I did. Thanks for
Fantastic.
having us.
Thanks for being here. KC,
Yo.
I have to get bubble wrap.
The check is in the mail.
You can send your segregated horror film. Yes. I so look forward to that.
I'm sure you will enjoy it.
It's no Jack and Diane, but
You gotta love a movie that has Strangler in the title and there's no strangling in the movie. It's kind of a good thing. You'll see the poster has a chain across the woman's neck.
Oh, by the way, guys, I just want to let you know. On my travels, I actually bought in the store. I saw in the store Night Train to Terror.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I hate you both. I hate you both. It's not a fucking. That's a comedy. What the? Oh.
That's a masterpiece. That's what it is.
Everybody's got something to do. Everybody but you. Now come on and dance with me. Dance with me.
Now, we still have a show to do, Jack.
We do, I know. But I want to dance with him.
No. Go talk about Lady Terminator.
Yes, we're going to talk about Lady Terminator.
Oh my God.
Lady Terminator, 1989. Original title is Perbalasan Ratu Panti Selatan.
What? Where is this movie from?
It's from Indonesia.
I thought so.
Yes. The plot synopsis, we'll give you that real quick, is the spirit of an ancient evil queen possesses the body of a young anthropological student who then goes on a murderous rampage.
Wait,
and,
that's what was going on in this movie?
Yeah, and by the way, she's not a woman. She's an anthropologist. That's a line from the movie. The director is H. Dot As Jalil Jackson.
Great. Close enough.
All right.
I like the Jackson that
yeah.
they threw in there. That's wonderful.
He's also known for directing a movie that I have yet to see, but I have and I really want to. It's called Mystics in Bali. It's supposed to be batshit crazy like Hellsue. It's supposed to be along the lines of that. It stars a bunch of people you'll never see in another movie ever again. Right. Because everybody in this movie is pretty much in this movie and that's it. So, I have seen this before. Nick has not. So, Nick, what is your impression on Lady Terminator?
I put my first note up here, okay? Mm-hmm. My first note that I took on this movie was, this movie has nothing to do with Terminator. And that was true until the last 20 minutes of the movie when this movie becomes Terminator. I'd say spoiler, but it's such a ridiculous movie that if I don't tell you everything about this, it wouldn't be as hilarious. So I'm going to try and take this movie and we're going to go and we're going to roll through it, okay?
We'll go through the order. That's fine. I'm with you.
The first scene of the movie is an awkward sex scene between two ugly people, and it's kind of hilarious.
It rivals Teeth.
While they're having sex, the dude's penis explodes inside of her vagina, and he dies.
Now, you don't actually see the explosion?
No, just the blood squirt.
You just see the blood squirt, yeah.
And I mean, maybe something else is supposed to be happening, but if it is, the movie certainly doesn't seem to bother implying anything different.
It would have been cool if they inserted like a shot from the Deadly Spawn with like the teeth monsters. But that didn't happen.
Dude, and then like afterwards, this woman, who is a queen apparently, is all like, oh, sigh, woe is me. No one will ever have sex with me again. No one can please me, or something.
But
so the second scene of this movie is an awkward sex scene between two ugly people as well.
Same queen,
right?
And her suitor.
He looks like a young, what's his head? Oh, I forgot his name.
What's his head?
He played Green Goblin. What's his name?
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe. How did I forget that? He looks like a young Willem Dafoe. So the woman in this scene, she gets pleasure to the point that she gives birth to a snake.
Yes.
Which the new man, he grabs it, and it turns into like a magic wand. And it was his plan, mind you, to have sex with her until a snake popped out of her vagina.
Correct.
This was part of his plan.
Mm-hmm.
So the woman gets all mad, and she says that it's an insult. And now I shall walk into the ocean and become one with the forces of evil to get my revenge on you. And she does it. Awesome. So this woman's like a succubus queen of some sort who just goes around making sweet love to dudes and exploding their penises. Except for this one Willem Dafoe looking dude. Right.
And then she goes out into the ocean and then...
And then there's 8 or 9 minutes of credits that all while, like, you know, the words are there over the top of roaring waves, like, continuously. And I'm just like, when does this movie happen? And then it finally says Lady Terminator, and the font says Sci-fi, but the movie so far has said stupid.
So then you meet the anthropological student.
Right.
And she's in the library. What is her character's name again? Isn't it Tania or?
I don't know. Something that is like they probably Americanized a little to almost sound American. So let's call her Tania.
Tania. Okay, we'll call her Tania. So she's in. And here's the thing: like when we try to describe this plot to you, it really doesn't matter. So bear with us. I mean,
It makes less sense than anything that we're saying.
She's studying something. Nobody knows if she's like Indiana Jones-ish or what. But she says that she's not a lady, she's an anthropologist, and she embarks on this journey because she's studying the queen that we just saw devour or explode penises.
Exploding penises.
So she goes on a boat with this with this guy. Now, when they're sailing to the island in the ocean, you don't hear any waves or water or anything. It's just dialogue.
Right. It's so poorly dubbed over that they just dub over the voices, and there's no sound except for like if there's an explosion, there'll be like a stock explosion noise.
Right. And that's it. That's all you get. So she goes there, snake goes up her vagina, she gets possessed.
That actually happens in this movie. She's in the water, and then suddenly she's possessed, and she goes around and starts raping dudes and blowing up their penises.
Well, yeah, and that's the first scene. Like, okay, so this here is kind of like an asylum movie. Let's call it, where instead of Terminator, it's Lady Terminator. Just
right.
Like they had.
Asylum are the people who make the mockbusters, like Transmorphers and movies like that.
Right. And they were trying to rip off the Americas movies, let's say. So in the beginning of Terminator, after Schwarzenegger's Terminator arrives, he kills who's it, Bill Paxton and the other dude, the punk dudes. And that's exactly what they do in this, where they have two punk dudes taking a piss. And she walks up, balls ass naked, and they want to have a three-way with her, except they're going to take turns. And the one guy's really upset because he's going to be sloppy seconds. So she takes the one guy into the car, fucks him, and explodes his penis, leaves, goes to the guy who's sulking and says, "Oh, are you ready for me?" And then she, of course, does the same thing to this dude.
Right.
And then takes his jacket, but then miraculously gets pants.
And then she goes to like a hotel and breaks in, and she meditates while watching like an MTV knockoff video. It's not even something that was on MTV at the time, probably, but like a 1980s just music video while she's meditating. And for some reason, it keeps going back to that, like, over and over again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. This movie.
So then we meet Max, the most paper-thin character in film history.
Oh, my God.
This guy has the personality of, let's say... I'm not going to say anything graphic. I'll say he has the personality of Toucan Sam's baby bird.
But in this movie, now you've seen the original Terminator, I take it, correct, listeners and Jack?
Yes, I have seen the original
everybody's
Terminator.
Seen Terminator. And you know that scene where Kyle Reese comes and like finds Linda Hamilton and there's a big shootout at the nightclub and stuff?
And he says,
"Come with me if you want to live."
Line for line in this movie.
That whole scene is in this
movie. In this movie.
Except the woman who's shooting is not a robot cyborg person. She is possessed by a snake that crawled in her vagina.
Well, that happens later because, you see, we have to meet Max.
I'm sorry, did I jump ahead?
And we have to meet Snake. And we have to meet Tom.
Oh, the whole anti-Terminator crew.
Yeah, there's the because you see, in this movie, Kyle Reese, or Max, as we call him in this movie, Max is a paper-thin character who finds out that, well, first off, he has to demonstrate how much of a tough guy he is by stopping these unruly characters at this bar. And then later on, Erica is singing at a club where Max is with his friends, and then that's when Lady Terminator comes in and
Shoots the club up.
And then decides, well, I have to kill Erica.
Right, because she's like the great granddaughter of the guy from the beginning of the movie. It's so utterly confusing.
Right.
Basically, she's focused on this guy. Now, in the original Terminator comes back to kill Sarah Connor because in the future she will give birth to the guy who will lead the resistance.
Mm-hmm.
There's a point to that. And in this movie, it's like sort of based on revenge because at the beginning of the movie, the Queen said that she would get revenge on like one of your ancestors or one of your your family members in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why did she wait so long to get her revenge?
Because she wanted to experience the 80s.
But she waited 2,000 years or whatever from the time she was a queen to the 80s, the futuristic 80s, where she sends her evil snake form into a vagina to possess it and turn the person into a robotic human possessed killer. Oh my God! This shootout scene is an awesome 80s direct-to-video shootout in a nightclub scene.
Here's the thing, real quick, not to ruin this movie too much, but if you think that what we're describing is terrible, it is terrible. But it is so enjoyable, and there's nonstop action happening throughout this movie. Like there's
every scene is like a different set piece.
Yeah, yes, definitely. It's set piece after set piece. So keep that in mind. We do kind of enjoy this. At least I enjoy the hell out of
it. I enjoyed it on the same level I enjoy a movie like Miami Connection, where it's just like so horribly misguided that it's hilarious. You know?
Yep.
I still have no idea why this Max guy is helping out this girl, or like what the plan is, or what the point is, or anything. And I would totally watch it again, and I'm not watching it again for understanding, just to laugh at it some more.
I think he wants to have sex with her.
I believe that is his only motivation.
That's his only motivation.
Whatsoever.
So yeah, basically, if you saw the Terminator, you saw this movie, but it goes into different things where it's nonstop shooting and nonstop action, and she just annihilates everybody. People walking around.
Right. Shoots people like in the face.
Yeah, and just shoots.
Just walking around on the streets and stuff.
She don't care, and she never runs out of bullets, ever.
Dude, there's actually a point in this movie. We're talking about how crazy messed up this plot is, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing in this movie is explained. Over and over again, they're just like, this is happening now because it's happening now. It gets to the point where there are characters in the film that say, what's going on? I don't know. And then they just point their guns and start firing. It's like a cartoon. And then the last, the movie continues on with shootout after shootout of unexplained murders.
Oh.
She's just murdering the shit out of everyone, right?
The worst part is whenever like a close friend dies, they're like, man, it's my buddy. That's it. It's like he just got blown away, and it's like, man, he's gonna be missed. Rest in peace, homie.
Dude, it's essentially like they could be sobbing over their friend dying as you would in real life, but in this movie, they're doing the 1980s equivalent of sending a tweet with a sad face emoji in it.
And
hashtag RIP.
At the nightclub too, during the shootout, there's Max's his friend that's at the club, and he gets shot after everybody else just got annihilated around Erica. But when this guy gets shot outside in the alley, Erica decides, it's time to vomit.
Right. She just starts puking. I guess it was too much for her.
Yeah, like people got blown away in front of you in the club.
And then, dude, they're on the run now. This character, Max, and the girl, Erica, who's being targeted because she's a descendant of one of the people from the original vagina snake. I don't know. And they're on the run. They stop on the side of the road at a campfire. And then it's like, even though this is the same day that everything terrible has just happened, they have to have sex in this field.
Yeah.
It's like another dumb, gratuitous sex scene. One after, like it, every scene in this movie, either there's guns being shot or somebody's naked.
Well,
Every scene in this movie.
but Erica doesn't. Max and Erica don't show any parts
Right.
because because
speaking of, well, I'll tell you in a second. Continue.
I was going to say. Well, the reason is that you see, Claudia Angelique Raidmaker decided that she didn't want to show any skin in this because of her future career, and that consisted of what were you about to say, Nick?
Exactly. That's the most hilarious part. Bitch, you don't got a future, as they say in Kill Bill. Anyway, like there's a scene in Terminator, the original Terminator, the actual Terminator, where Arnold Schwarzenegger's character kind of repairs himself while looking in a mirror in a motel bathroom. We all remember that scene, right? That scene is in this movie. But the woman who's Lady Terminator is not a cyborg. But she's rebuilding her face by like popping out her eyeball, washing it off in the sink, and putting it back in her head. And it even shows her face without the eyeball in it, and it looks terribly fake, much like fake Arnold in Terminator.
Terminator, yeah.
Like, and it's like, why? I mean, I know that this movie's only an hour and 20 minutes long, but you really had to pad it out with every scene from Terminator?
Probably because they couldn't get Terminator in Indonesia legally, so they had to make this movie.
Right. It's hilarious. And like, I mean, I'm watching the scene playback now where she's in a motel washing her eyeball in the sink, okay? And she's washing it underneath the sink, and it's got like electricity flowing through it. Why?
Why not?
Why? Oh my god, this movie's hilarious. And then like the last maybe 15 to 20 minutes of this movie are utterly just crazy 1980s over the top action. The anti-Terminator team versus Lady Terminator. There's helicopters, there's bazookas, there's a dude who looks like a beefy Freddie Mercury shooting a machine gun.
And let's not forget Chainsaw. That's his name, Snake.
One of the guys is named
Snake.
Snake, yeah.
He looks like Dean Cameron from Summer School, Chainsaw, but with a mullet.
Oh, and you know what else is great about this scene? All of a sudden, Lady Terminator can shoot laser eyes.
Yeah, which she hasn't used the entire time.
She hasn't used it the whole movie.
Maybe that's what she was doing in the bathroom. Maybe she was putting in her laser eyes.
She upgraded. Oh my god! I mean, it's like awesome. And then she gets all burned up, like Terminator, you know.
And that is one of the coolest shots, man. And the makeup, I really love. It's cheesy, but it looks cool.
Cheesy, but it looks cheesy like a zombie cheesy.
It almost looks like Superman 3, where that ugly woman goes into the machine and then comes out with that green robot face that scared the living piss out of me when I was younger. Do you know what I'm talking? Did you see Superman 3, Richard Pryor?
I've seen it, but my brain refuses to remember it.
You should watch it again. You'll see what I mean. Or look it up. Robot chick from Superman 3. Just the face alone is terrifying for a kid.
I kind of thought that she looked like something from like Return of the Living Dead, where she just looks like sort of zombified, you know?
Yep.
And there's like so little rhyme or reason to what's happening. Like the forces of evil that are within the ocean can just turn you into something like this 2,000 years later. It makes like super no sense. Super no sense. I repeated that for emphasis. Laser eyes, machine guns, and then I don't even remember, how does she die? She probably gets exploded. I mean, I know we're kind of ruining the movie for you here, but we're also not, because you don't actually want to see this movie unless you're like insane. Something probably happens. The woman gets exploded. Was there anything that we even missed?
Probably there's so much in it, but I don't want to give away everything. I mean, it's definitely one to check out. I would say this is a purchase, because it's a movie that if you have friends and they like to watch goofy movies with you, this is the one to watch. This is one of them to watch. There's plenty, but whereas Mondo Macabre has they put out fantastic freaking movies like this. You can purchase it on Amazon right now. I think it's like what, $16, something like that right now. But
it's really an awesome bad movie. Like, if you like to get together with your friends and just watch crap and laugh at it, which is something that like we haven't really talked much about it on this show. But when Jack used to live closer to me, we would get together and we would just be like, "Oh, you got to see this awful movie,"
right?
And we would put it on. Like, when I say this awful movie, I mean like Jack has had parties where we would go over and watch Miami Connection. That's where we first saw it. And stuff like Deadly Prey, Samurai Cop.
We did the what is it? Miami Connection, Deadly Prey double bill.
Yes, we did.
Yep.
And there's been like so many other ones. I can't even remember the name of, like, what was that Blade knockoff, Deadly Assassin, that I found.
Oh my god, yeah, and I never watched.
We couldn't make it through that one. I fast forwarded all the good bits. It was like Blade, but Blade like Diet Blade, but not Diet Blade like Diet Coke is Diet Coke. It's more like Diet RC to Blade to Blade's Coca-Cola. Oh my god. And I love just watching total crap movies because they're so much fun. Even the movie that we recorded a podcast on a year or two ago was Pieces, the 1981 slasher movie of sorts. A really bad movie, but absolutely love it. You know what I mean?
It's one of the best made films.
It's enjoyable as hell to watch, but it's so goofy bad. And this movie is so goofy bad that it's wonderful.
And the cool thing with these movies is you can watch them and know that they really intended to make a really good movie. Like, they really thought they were making a great movie, and they're still entertaining. It's very different than the norm of these days right now, where people are in on the joke and they're kind of creating their own bad movies on purpose.
Yeah, it's definitely harder to do that than, well, I mean,
it's harder to do that now than
it's hard to do that and make it enjoyable, especially now, because everybody kind of got in on that type of bad filmmaking joke.
Right.
And like the number of bad films that you could name now that are intentionally bad, that are watchable and good, you can count on one hand,
Right.
I
mean, we get like from Justin to Kelly, and that's not funny.
Well, no, that's another thing that I'm talking about entirely, is like the bad films that are not meant to be bad, that actually are terrible,
right?
But also hilariously bad, are like one every 3 or 4 years now, because you get like The Room, or you get Birdemic, things like that. But I'm also talking about the whole other intentionally bad movie genre, like Hobo with a Shotgun is a clear standout. Disco Exorcist was wonderful, and I think you and I are the only humans on Earth who enjoy Disco Exorcist, but I love it.
I love that movie.
I know, but everybody else I've ever said, "Hey, go watch Disco Exorcist," they're like, "I hate you, Nick. Why do you make me watch this movie?" And there are,
there are other people. I'm friends with Richard Griffin, who directed it on Facebook, and he's always putting up reviews of his movies, and Disco Exorcist does get a lot of good reviews. So,
but even like, okay, like the Human Centipede 3 still is like, while I enjoyed that movie for what it was, you can't force it to be as stunningly bad as an actual bad movie. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that movie was pretty stunningly bad. But I wouldn't put it in either category. I wouldn't say it's as funny as the awful The Room, Tommy Wiseau's The Room, or it's not as strong a pop cultural impact as Troll 2 or something like that,
Right.
And it certainly is no, hippo with a shotgun. Hippo with a shotgun? Oh, that's a good movie.
That's a great movie.
Hobo with a shotgun.
Get on that.
I love Hobo with a Shotgun. And now we're not even really talking about horror movies
No.
because, you know what? A lot of the horror movies that they try and make intentionally bad suck. Almost across the board, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and I mean, like, you can't capture the greatness of a real bad movie like this. You can, but you got to work double hard to do it.
I've fallen victim to those movies.
I know, right? Like, how many times are we like, oh, this will be one of those goofy bad movies, and then we watch it and we're like, oh, it's not even. A good example of one that really thought it was being a good bad movie is the Soska Sisters' Dead Hooker in a Trunk. I forgot the name of it for a second there. The Dead Hooker in a Trunk is just like...
It's 6 hours of
I know. It's painfully boring. And like they clearly thought that they were making like that sort of goofy bad movie, and they really missed their mark on it. Granted, it was their first movie that they did as a student film, and they've certainly done great things since then. But
it's not a good movie.
No, that movie's not even good bad.
I mean, people do enjoy it. I don't enjoy it.
I don't enjoy it. I don't like it at all. I like to go to bed instead of watch that movie.
That's a good idea, Nick. We're going to do that in
like 5 minutes.
In 5 minutes. But one little tidbit I wanted to share about the Terminator. I just read Arnold Schwarzenegger's biography, which I recommend if you're a fan of his. He talks about the Terminator, and he said that there were only a couple of times that him and James Cameron fought on set. One of them was the "I'll be back" scene. He said to James Cameron, "This sounds stupid. I'll be back." He said, "I'm a robot. I should say I will be back." And James Cameron said, basically, "You didn't write the script, so shut your face." Just say the line like I have it written. And he goes, "Yeah, but listen, he sounds girly. I'll be back." It's so bad. And he says, "I should say I will be back. Like, I will be back." And people will think it's good. So he goes, of course, after the movie came out, that became the go-to line. The one that everybody remembers, the "I'll be back." So James Cameron was right. But there was another scene where he said, I think there was a scene where he was in Sarah Connor's house, and he said he wanted to put something funny in there for the Terminator, where he opens the fridge and takes a beer out and looks at it and drinks it, and then gets drunk for a second and then just shakes it off. He's like, it would be really funny for the audience. And James Cameron again said, "That's a dumb idea. I'm the writer. We're sticking with the script. They don't want to laugh at you. You're the killer." And he goes, "No, but it will be funny." He said the only funny line that he got was, "Fuck you, asshole." Which was in the script, I believe. Or maybe he improv'd it, and he says that got a good laugh, but it wasn't, like, intentional, so. It's good stuff. You should totally read the Schwarzenegger book. He's got some great stuff in there. He even talks about his infidelity, so it's all in there.
I wonder if the Lady Terminator also wrote a biography that is just a close knockoff.
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
They should take this all the way. The ripoff of Terminator all the way. The dude who made it should go on to rip off Titanic.
Well, his book is called Total Recall, so her book can be like Titty Recall, I guess.
Lady Total Recall.
Lady. Yeah,
And they could go on to make Lady Titanic.
Oh gosh. I would recommend to purchase this baby before it goes out of print and share it with your friends. Nick, what do you say?
I think it's a hell of a lot of fun.
It is. It's a fun movie. So that is it for movie of the week. Lady Terminator. Well, we're over.
Ooh, what an episode this was.
Yeah, that game show was fun.
I hope these people liked it and enjoyed their damn time.
I hope so too.
So, please subscribe, like, and share this podcast wherever you can. Wherever you're watching it right now, click subscribe, click a thumbs up button, click a like, whatever you're looking at, do it.
Mm-hmm. And Lady Terminator, get it.
Yeah, get that movie. Find us on Twitter at Jack and Nick Show. Find us on Facebook. We're Jack and Nick Horrors. Facebook.
You know what? You're kind of right. It is Facebook.
Yeah, fake book. Look us up there. Also, you can find us on YouTube. You can watch all of the. If it's more convenient than downloading from iTunes, you can look us up on YouTube, Jack and Nick Horror Show, and we've got every episode up there. Plus, we plan on doing more stuff with our YouTube channel in 2016, so follow us there.
Yep. And we also do follow, we do plan on doing more stuff with the listeners, much like we did on this show today. So keep listening, pay attention to Facebook page and Twitter. I mean, you don't have to stalk us all the time, but...
No, we'll have something up in the coming days, though, about our next fan participation thing. It won't be as extravagant as the game show, but it will be probably a question that you have to answer, and then we'll talk about your stupid opinion on our show.
And we'll probably do another game show maybe in about, I don't know, maybe between 5 to 10 episodes. So,
or 5 to 10 years, maybe.
Maybe 5 to 10 years. There you go.
Well, thanks for listening today. On Twitter, I'm New Jersey Nick.
And I am Jacob K666.
And my gaming channel on YouTube is just New Jersey Nick. Look me up. I do some horror gaming there.
And my gaming channel on... I don't have a gaming channel.
Nope.
Good
night, Jack.
Good night.
Good night. Good night, Lady Jack Terminator.
Goodbye, Larry Terminator. Wouldn't that be cool?
Larry Terminator?
Yeah, where Terminator just kills everybody named Larry.
No.
It would star Larry Zerner from Friday the 13th Part 3.
Leisure Suit Larry pops out. Hey guys, what's up? Ooh, it's my erection. I think that's what happened in those games.
That is. I did play the second one.
All right, good night.